Well, I finally moved into the new pad, and it's good. It's nice, I like it, I can't complain. There's room, there's space. You can see I still have a bit of unpacking to do, but that's fine. But there are certain things about this house that make me genuinely concerned for my safety. And today I'm gonna show you why, while I give you a full walkthrough of my temporary new home.
In a universe plagued by low FPS, high temps, and whatever's going on here, Starforge Systems has come to save us all. Forged on the taint of a dying star, Starforge PCs aren't just computers, they're really fast computers. With a legendary lineup spanning every need and budget, there is no gamer too green nor veteran too elite for the Starforge arsenal. Horizon PCs are crafted for everyday gamers and first-time adventurers. Experience fast and affordable without having to choose between playing hard and praying card doesn't get declined again. Navigator PCs are built with next-gen components, designed to launch your gaming experience into space for longer than 10 minutes. Just saying. And Voyager PCs offer the highest-end hardware known to mankind, delivering frame rates so smooth they could butter a whale. And for the refined warriors who whisper, "I shall game, but with taste," the Explorer PCs feature zero RGB and maximum elegance. So if you're ready to conquer galaxies, snag the greatest PC in the universe with Starforge Systems. Click the link in the description for more info on their full lineup and prepare to ascend.
I'm just gonna tell you right now, up front, why this place concerns me. When we first got here, we noticed a few things that looked a little odd, but the longer we stayed, the more we looked around, we started to notice that this place is kind of built like Fort Knox. Not only are there steel bars on every single one of the windows around the entire property, but there are 2 front doors that you have to pass through in order to get into the house. Each door has 2 locks on it. So that's 4 locks Mel and I have to unlock to get into the property. And on top of that, one of the front doors has a freaking doorcade. I mean, I've never even seen one of these in person. I didn't even know people had these. Is this necessary? Because I hope it's not, right? Like, it makes me wonder, like, part of all this, like, the way that this house is reinforced makes me feel really safe and secure. But on the flip side of that, it's like, should I be concerned? Is this neighborhood really that bad where you need a doorcade? Like, you need to prepare for the frickin' purge? I don't know. You guys let me know, am I overreacting, or does this seem a little concerning? I'm not sure if this is a green flag, a red flag, or what flag, you know? Please, let me know. Am I freaking out here? I'm like a suburban boy from Orange County. Mel's a little bit more used to it, because Mel, she's like a classic LA gal. She's a city gal, born and raised on the west side of LA, you know what I mean? Like, she's used to living every day like it's the apocalypse. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm just freaking out for no reason. You guys let me know. Anyway, on with the tour. Obviously, we're in the house now. We've gotten past the double security doors. Mel and I both fingerprinted to get inside. Here's the living room. This is the first room that you're greeted with, so front door right here, and then living room. As you can see, like I said, still got some things to unpack. We've been working. Mel and I both have our own businesses. You guys already knew that about me, but she has her own business too, so we've been working. We have tons of deadlines this week that collided with the move-in, so we still have a lot of things in boxes. So sorry, it's messy. Classic TV couch, entertainment center. That's a fireplace. That big black thing behind the TV is a fireplace. We're just covering it up. We never use fireplaces. This kind of looks more reminiscent of my old setup, right? At the last place with the shelves that Linus helped me set up. We got the desk in the middle. I kind of just set this up here. I don't think I'm gonna keep the desk here. It's weird to have the desk in the living room. This is probably gonna go into my office. Oh, I should mention, this is I'm jumping the gun here. This is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. 4-bed, 2-bath. The rent is $7,500 a month. This is what $7,500 a month gets you in LA right now in 2020, late 2025, which is absolutely bananas. Do I think this place is worth almost $8 grand? No, I do not. And would I be living here if insurance wasn't covering it? No, I would not. But that's the reality of the housing market right now, both in LA and from what I've heard all over the country. It's just absolutely bananas. But anyway, here's our $7,500 a month dining room. We're gonna be using the dining table that I've had at the old place. The kitchen's really interesting. You might notice this shelving area that almost looks like a retail store kind of display unit. And then you also might notice these stools in the background that look kind of cheap at first, but then you like pick them up and they're heavy. They're like commercial grade. And I was like, what is going on? What's with the design choices here? And apparently the owner of this place runs a construction management company. And one of their big clients back in the day was Pinkberry. So he actually took inspo from their design and actually got the same shelving units and stools from that dessert chain. It's not exactly my taste, but to each their own. The rest of the kitchen is fairly straightforward. There are some weird quirks here as well, though, like the oven. That's the oven down there. It's like an oven combo microwave thing, and it's like so low. Like you have to actually do like power squats to get down there. Really bizarre. And then check out this cupboard. There's no shelves. It's like you just have 10 feet for your soy sauce. What kitchen item are you supposed to put in here that's 12 feet tall to fill that space? It's just weird that there's no shelves in here. It doesn't make much sense. Oh look, here's a door that leads to the backyard. One of the many doors that leads to the backyard. It's got a door bull on it. I don't know, are they expecting the FBI to open up? You know what I mean? Like this is crazy. It seems a little paranoid, isn't it? I've never heard of this brand before. I don't know if it's cute, but it is a door bull. Let's move on from the kitchen here and head to the hallway. Let's check out the bathroom first. We got our one guest bathroom. It's a full bath, so tub and shower over there. We got a toilet and SLI sink. And then our first bedroom. This will be my office. It's just a standard sized bedroom, nothing too fancy. Should be plenty for my needs though. Those are Mel's plushies. We're gonna burn those later. And some gym equipment, we may put that in the storage room. We're gonna have it, one of the bedrooms is gonna be for storage. Got a nice dual mirror closet there for more storage. I'm probably gonna have to black out this window. I forgot what it's like to have natural lighting bleed into your filming area. For so long I've been at that office where there was no windows in the room, so I might have to board that up a little bit just to control the lighting there. Oh, and look, check this out. Look at this. One thing I like about this house, Ethernet. They got Ethernet running throughout the entire house to all of the rooms. So that connects to a little server closet, networking closet, which leads us to Mel's office. She's got her 3D print business and her arts and crafts business. Look at look at the PC I built here. Isn't that pretty? Very nice job, Kyle. So yeah, she's got her 3D print stuff here. She's already got a few prints that just finished there. And here's her closet, which also houses the networking stuff. They got Ethernet running to all rooms in the house. Here's the modem / router that we got from AT&T. They just installed fiber here yesterday. We have 2 gigs both ways. Symmetrical, baby. So that'll be accessible through any of those Ethernet jacks that we find in the rooms. Let's see if we can do a quick speed test on Mel's computer. We do have her wired in right now. You can see the jack is right there. Let's do a quick test and see. There we go. Right on target. Just over 2,000 down. Looks like the up's a little faster. 2263. Heck yeah. Uploads are gonna be fantastic. Downloading stuff, downloading Steam games or larger files is gonna be incredible with these speeds. This is the fastest internet I've ever had anywhere, so I'm very excited about that. But let's take a look down the hallway. If you follow me down here, we have our third bedroom. Storage, and for the kitties. Got their litter box, food and water. We may or may not treat this like a partial gym as well, depending on how much we fill it out. Hopefully this could just be sort of a multi-purpose room for that. You may have also noticed these knobs in nearly every room because the house is also fitted with built-in speakers, ceiling mounted speakers. We haven't tested these out yet. I'm not sure if we will, but kind of cool. And then oops. Sorry, I'm coming. I'm sorry. Mel just got home and I forgot I put the Doricade on. Are you from The Purge?
I'm leaving!
No, don't leave me, I love you. Wait, I'm hungry. You have to make me a sandwich. I've done it now. Now I do need the Doricade. Oh, you got popsicles! What? All right, let's go ahead and put these away really quick. Oh, you got stuff from your mom's too, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet. Ooh, green pancake, delicious. Where were we? Master bed. So this is the 4th and final bedroom in the house, which is of course our bedroom. The bed, it fits perfectly against this wall. You can see if it was any wider, because it's got these built-in nightstands, if it was any wider, we wouldn't be able to open this door, which leads yet again to the backyard. Got these other ambient lights here if we don't want the super bright ones on. It's already pre-wired for a wall-mounted TV, which we may or may not mess with. I'm not sure yet. And then we have the bathroom, the master bath, which is, you know, the kitchen was designed after Pinkberry. I'm not sure which dessert franchise this room was based off of, but it's certainly something. We do have a nice walk-in shower, which I really like a lot. And then we have a jacuzzi tub. The owner seemed very proud of the jacuzzi tub. He was like, and this, you see there, those are water jets. This is actually a jacuzzi tub. I was like, wow, I thought it was a gas chamber. That's incredible. So, yep, we'll probably never use that. And then we got a bidet toilets. Now, I'm not a huge fan of bidets personally. I've got some trauma with bidets in my past. However, I do appreciate the heated seat. The heated toilet seat, in the middle of the night. That is very solid. But you know what's funny is that it looks like there used to be a holder for toilet paper right here attached to the wall that is no longer there, which is why we've just been keeping the toilet paper on the floor. It seems kind of ghetto. Then again, this place is only $7,500 a month, so expecting it to come with a toilet paper holder feels a little entitled. Anyway, right between the toilet and the coveted jacuzzi tub is another door that leads to the backyard. I don't know why we need 25 doors that all lead to the same place, but there is another door bowl on that door as well. Because God forbid a burglar breaks in and uses my jacuzzi tub. Ain't gonna happen. Come on, come on. Okay, last thing I'll show you guys. Nothing much to look at. It's a pretty standard garage. This pole in the middle, right smack in the middle, does make it very annoying to park in because we're always just like an inch away from hitting it, but that's fine. Mel has already begun using the space to store some of her stuff. She's got more equipment for work. There is a sink with lots of cabinetry. We've got the washer dryer units, a second fridge. Some people swear by the garage fridge. I've never really needed one or used one, but we have one now. Mel's laser cutter and a ton of shelving on the left side of the garage. It's actually located in the perfect place for an earthquake to just immediately drop everything onto one of our cars. So you gotta love that. So that's the new pad. To be honest, I'm pretty excited and feeling grateful that Mel and I get to live here for the next 1 to 2 years while my house is being rebuilt. There's a ton of space for us to grow into, for us to work. And yeah, even though this place has tons of oddities, there's a lot that I love about it too. So I think it's gonna help me make decisions when I'm building out my new house. For example, I know I'm gonna want a Dorcade. That's for sure. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Stay tuned for more coming soon. I'll see you in the next one.